This is a book review for Start With Why, Simon Sinek. He believes in a bright future and the people's ability to build it. He discovered remarkable patterns about how great leaders and organizations think, act, and communicate. He graduated with a BA in anthropology from Brandeis University in Massachusetts. He teaches at Columbia University undergraduate for strategic communication. He works with the not-for-profit organization Education for Employment Foundation. This imparts skills on young men and young women in the Middle East and creates job opportunities for them. He has contributed to several different online articles, newspapers, magazines, such as the New York Times, the Huffington Post, the Houston Chronicle, Washington Post, Business Week, NPR, CMO, and Fast Company. He does motivational workshops and leadership shops for Microsoft, 3M, Mars, United Nations Organization, United States Armed Forces, Intel, and SAP. He has other books out: Leaders Eat Last, Why Some Teams Pull Together and Some Don't, Together is Better, a little book of inspiration, and Find Your Way, a practical guide to discovering purpose for you and your team. Who can benefit from this book? Everyone that wants to be a leader, manager, executive, anybody that wants to inspire anybody to communicate better, how to communicate, how to get your thought process out there. This will help you. He's got a great system, and I think it works really well. So we start with why. Starting with why comes into focus with, there's two ways that you can focus on a team. You can manipulate them, or you can inspire them. If you want to focus on the simplicity of things that you do work. Behavior is affected by assumptions. Ways to influence human behavior is to manipulate or inspire. In all realms, manipulation, so let's take the rebate that you get from cars. That's manipulation. They want you to come in and buy their product. Using fear, peer pressure, innovation to influence behaviors. Manipulation leads to transactions, not to loyalty. So how do we inspire? We use the golden circle. According to Sinek, the golden circle can produce repeatable and predictable results in places where results might have been assumed to be random occurrences or luck. It is a guide to vastly improving leadership, culture, hiring, product development, sales, and marketing. It can explain how to take loyalty and creative enough momentum to turn the idea into a social movement. So let's look at the golden circle. So you start with why. Why? What is your purpose? What are you doing with it? Why does your company exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? Why should anyone care? He wants you to take all that why and put it in the middle. How is, what do you do better than others? What do you do different? And what do they do? What does every successful company know? What is easy? Because everybody knows how to describe their own product. A quote from Simon Sinek says, people don't buy what you do, they buy what you do it for. So they are buying your product or your leadership skills or going into your vast, experience because they know that you believe in what you do. So that's what they want to buy. They want to buy what you do. 3 lessons that you should take away from this Start With Why is, if you want to inspire others and communicate your why first. That is what you want to do first. According to Sinek, only when we know what we are doing do we feel the sense of belonging. Once an idea is sold, the staff will go above and beyond to support it. Great leaders communicate why they do things first, followed by how they do things or how they are going to do things, and then what it is actually going to be done. The second thing is build your plan around your cause. Then assemble a team with people that are backing your why. Negative Nellies are not going to help you inspire anybody. When you start with why and communicate from the inside out, you'll develop trust. Shortcomings of the book, there were a few. He really repeated the same Apple story quite often. It got redundant. Repeating why, how, what, all those throughout the whole book. You kind of got blindsided by that, by those words. And the book could have been easily consolidated into a smaller book, several pages, with all the repeats. So that's what I found was the shortcomings. Start with why. So the author is able to guide the reader in understanding what the goal is for the book. He is able to make distinctions between manipulation and inspiration. He explains the golden circle in a fluid relationship. And he makes you think that it can go for any level of leadership. So we're not talking about just the high statistics, the high executives. It could be anybody from charge nurses, clinical supervisors. So he writes it in a fluid way that everybody can understand it and everybody can do it. The author relates how to ask the why questions. He really wants you to dig into the why. Why are you doing it? Why is this a passion of yours? And he points out that the best communication tool is listening. Listen to your staff. Listen to your group. So, Sinek was on the best-selling author in 2012-2017. He has the best video on TED Talk. He started Why is one of the most useful and powerful books that Mr. Ury had read. Simple and elegant, shows us how leaders should lead. General Chuck Homer states, start with why, fan the flames inside me. This book can lead you to levels of excellence when you never thought it was attainable. And Mr. Lamani, each story will force you to see things from an entirely different perspective, a perspective that is nothing short of the truth. So my review, the book was easy to follow. The Golden Circle was interesting, and seeing how it works inside out, I believe that I could incorporate a lot of that into my daily duties. The 3 rules would be easy to follow and also could be incorporated into a leadership. I found the book repetitive at times, but overall there was great value in it and a lot of takeaway. And I think when you're reading a book, that is what you need. If you have any questions, I would be glad to answer them. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.